What is the movement of thought? We see a thought enter the mind, modify itself and disperse, but what is actually happening here? What is a thought? What is it that is moving? And what is the outcome of that movement? To understand what a thought is, take the example of a thought of a friend. The thought is not the real person. It is a representation of that person based on what you know about them. A thought is the appearance of memory in the mind. This means memory is perceivable. It is not merely a concept. The thought of a friend in the mind is the appearance of the memory of the friend stored in the brain. The thoughts that enter the mind are never static. They are in movement and unravel like a story. The thought may be the remembrance of a past event being replayed, the imagination of a conversation that never took place, or the consideration of a future event you need to plan for. Since thought is memory, the movement of thought is the movement of memory. The transformation of the thought in the mind is the modification of the memory in the brain. The outcome of the movement of thought depends on the content of the thought. The thought could be the remembrance of a past event, the consideration of something new, or the realization of a truth. When thought is the remembrance of a past event, such as replaying a pleasant memory, the thought reaffirms the memory in the mind, deepening its impression. An analogy for this would be hitting a metal sheet with a hammer. When you hit the metal sheet, you make a dent, modifying the shape of the metal. When you hit the metal sheet again in the same spot, you increase the size of the dent, deepening the impression in the metal. When thought is considering something new, such as planning for a future event, the movement of thought creates new thoughts, and those new thoughts become new memories. For instance, when you are planning a wedding, you may think of what guests to invite. The moment you think to invite Sandra and Frank, that thought becomes a memory. When thought realizes it is wrong, it has to replace what is wrong with what is right. For instance, suppose you thought the capital of England was Paris. When you realize the capital is London, you have to swap Paris for London in memory. Sometimes the realization is profound and not a simple case of changing the content of one memory. The individual memories you have may be correct, but exist in memory unrelated to one another. The realization you have can provide information that enables you to connect multiple memories together to form them into a coherent structure. To explain this, let's give the example of you in a relationship. You have been in a relationship for 10 years, and over the last 6 months, you have been noticing slight changes. She has been acting differently. Her work schedule has changed, and you notice the wardrobe has slightly less clothes in it. You have these memories, but they are unrelated to one another. You then find out she has been cheating on you. That realization creates a new memory that enables you to form the unrelated memories into a single structure that makes sense. You can now deduce the why behind those memories. Her behavior towards you has changed because there is another man in her life. Her work schedule hasn't changed, she is just meeting someone else. And the wardrobe has slightly less clothes in it because she is leaving those clothes somewhere else. To recap what we have discussed in this video, A thought is a memory. The movement of thought is the modification of memory, and the outcome of the movement of thought is a change in memory. That change can be the creation of a new memory, the modification of an existing memory, or the reorganization of the structure of memory.